its way up to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give is to Williams. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Genty. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
And now on second down for this offense. Running back goes in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Utes are on the move. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Smith wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Gonna try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll go to the air. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wildcats brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give on the inside. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. At the 45 on its way. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The give is to Williams. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Gets it out quickly. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Sanders. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They will score! Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions.
Brings it in down the left side.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Trying to find his man on first down. Checks it down to his running back. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Motion from the offense. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed.
Running toward the goal line, it's a fumble. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. It is good. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Wildcats! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Off-play action on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And here comes the offense on second down. Smith wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
He'll throw one to his right. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it inside the 15. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Utah! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Howard.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Kentucky 21, Utah 13.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Feeling some heat. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. That completion delivers a first down. They're going to throw it again. Got a man. It's Brown.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
A strike downfield. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
They're trying to get to it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that is exactly what you want to see by the wide receiver in this situation of the game. 2 minute, you're down in possession, no timeouts, so you have got to be able to get first downs to stop the clock or get out of bounds, and the receiver knew exactly what to do.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries, so don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
He caught it. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He is in there, and he's got the two, and we are all tied up here deep in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. Here's the handoff. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
To the air, it's Sanders. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's going to let one go back to the middle. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! They take the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Going up top on first down. He caught it! Touchdown, Kentucky! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's Sanders. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime.
The 2-point attempt is
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game,